We are live. Oh, hang on.
52.
Well, your internet's been a bit patchy, Michael.
Is it?
Yeah, and you've got a little bit of lag on your audio as well, mate.
Hang on a second. Testing 1, 2.
That'll do.
Let's get a banner across the screen.
There we go. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good evening, everybody.
Apologies for last night. I went down with a bit of a slight migraine and I think I was asleep by about 8:30 course night last night.
I was just making
felt
the
it
whale on the MC.
partly. It was late afternoon yesterday. Then I thought, is it going to go or not? And it didn't.
No, it's all right.
Got to 7 o'clock and it just got worse.
Yeah. Well, we're here now. That's the main thing. We're here to just give you a quick update on the weather going into the new year, really. I've got to be gone by about 8:45. Go to the meat grinder.
Yeah, no worries will be done by then.
Yeah.
Pardon?
The meat grinder, also known as
I thought you need to go. I thought you said you need to meet. I thought you said you need to meet someone on Grindr then.
No, I'm not that way inclined, mate. Everyone's free to do what they want, though. Anyway.
On that note, shall we have a look at what's happening towards for New Year's night, really?
Yep, I've got the weather warnings, so I'm going to bring them to you live and direct from my screen.
Yeah.
Let me find them weather warnings. So yes, there are 2 weather warnings. They haven't issued any for New Year's Day yet. So I'm live on the screen, I would imagine. Brilliant. So I'll bring the ice one first, which is available until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning from 9 o'clock today. So in the next hour or so. And this one says, so ice one covers, I think it covers the upper area. So I can't really tell with that one. It's really hard. Until I get to wind one, I'll tell you. It says temperatures will fall away and icy patches are likely to develop this evening and overnight on any untreated surfaces. Snow showers will also affect far north and northwest Scotland, giving a few centimetres in places, mainly over high ground. And so that's the ice warning. It does come with a caveat of snow as well. Here we go. So we've got this one covers Shetland, so it's this line really from Aberdeenshire up into Orkney and Shetland. So basically that weird triangle there. Strong westerly winds becoming north or northwesterly with gusts of 60 to 70 mile an hour likely, mainly over the coasts and high ground. So yeah, it won't be named storm. It's just strength of the wind around the coasts, really. So we'll have a look for tomorrow. It's weird saying tomorrow, last day of the year, everybody. We got 3 warnings for this one. Yeah, I know. This year's flown. So where are we going for first? We are going for the ice warning, which I've just brought you anyway. The wind warning, which goes on until 3 a.m. Tomorrow morning. So yeah, we've gone through them already. We will go. Let me come out of this one. Zoom it back out. We've got a yellow rain warning around Swansea, Cardiff, Bristol and Bath, over towards Hampshire and towards Devon as well. And this one says, I'll tell you when it runs from. It runs from midnight until 9 o'clock on 9 o'clock on tomorrow evening. Sorry,
tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night, tomorrow evening. I don't know if I'm working now. I don't even know what days What now? It says outbreaks of rain are
No one knows what
expected.
day of the week it is.
Exactly, mate. It's that what they call it, in betwixtmas. I'll be glad when Bank Holiday
Never read
Monday's
that before.
out of the way. Hey,
They are just caught in their man's land.
yeah, it's horrible. I hate it. So yeah. Anyway, into this rain warning, and then we'll go into the UKV chart. Outbreaks of rain are expected across the area during Saturday morning and afternoon, before dying out for the southwest after dark. Some heavy bursts are expected at times, bringing as much as 10 millimetres in an hour. With ground already saturated, this is likely to result in some surface water flooding and travel disruption. So that's the M5, southern portion of the M5, the western portion of the M4, the A38, M27, lower half of the M3. Yeah. Anyway, you can tell I watch a lot of Auto Shenanigans on YouTube. Anyway, so yeah, there's the
Okay.
impact. Yeah, it's quite interesting actually. Warning
One or two
hazard
videos
medium
from him.
likelihood. Say that again, mate.
I've seen 1 or 2 videos of his.
Yeah, he's funny. He's very sarcastic like us too. He's very dry humoured.
He's sarcastic. Never.
Never. Even though, yeah. Anyway, so we will go into the UKV, and this is the 15Z chart. And as you can see, there's a lot of rain coming in there into Scotland. Unfortunately, I can't really show much, but top of the screen here, you can see rain now across Orkney and Shetland, and a little bit of a line there coming into the Western Isles with snow over the highest ground. That as the wind starts to dig in from the north, it pushes it a little further south. And you can see there, let me just move this down. Oh, I've gone a little bit ahead of myself there. So as you can see there, guys, there's the rain coming into the southwest tomorrow. This is you go up. So this is the what? Yeah, so this is in early hours. Let me just try and zoom this out a little bit. That might help. There we go, guys. That's better, isn't it? So yeah, the rain early hours of the morning, just as I'm coming home, starts to rain. So yeah, by the time I'm home, it should be raining. 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, that rain should be clear in the north. Maybe a bit of snow over the southern uplands. The highest peaks of the Pennines as well, as you can see there. Might even get as far in as Settle, somewhere around that area, Skipton, who knows. And another band of rain there moving into the south. As you can see, there's quite a few squally areas. What the rain warning says about 10 millimetres in 1 hour. See there, quite squally lines coming in. So I would say it'd be quite organised. We'll have to look at the wind around that. That then moves into the east and maybe across northern England as well. All depends on timing, really. And then there's another conveyor of rain coming into the southeast there, and we have some more heavier rain tomorrow evening coming into Western Wales, maybe over Snowdonia. There might be some, and that organises itself and marches north. So, for the all-important midnight hour, where will this rain be? It looks like it may just affect Edinburgh and southern parts of Scotland, maybe Scarborough, maybe Blackpool. up and down, maybe. Where would you say,
Around
Michael?
Cumbria as well, around the Lake District.
Yeah, maybe Carlisle. Yeah, Belfast.
Then you've also got some showers down in East Anglia as well. Looking at that, and
Indeed,
parts of
they're in
Wales.
Wales. Yeah. As you can see there is actually, hang on, just click that. So it stays put. So see there's some snow over the highest ground. So it could be a snowy new year for some rural areas. But yeah, Edinburgh could see, it all depends on the timing of this, how quickly it comes in.
Yeah.
Earlier charts were showing it quick, moving in quicker, but it has slowed down a bit. So this could even be across northern England at midnight tomorrow. Midnight, New Year's Day, just as the fireworks are going off. So we'll continue into New Year's Day. And that rain then moves into Scotland with snow over the high ground. And then we have showers for New Year's Day across western areas, moving possibly across, on if the wind's strong enough, maybe even making it across the Pennines. We had a couple earlier, actually, a couple of really heavy downpours, thanks to the wind. But yeah, you can see across Scotland there, be quite a lot of snow there as that front gets stalled up against the northerly wind. It'll be interesting to see what the snow is going to be, the snow depth.
I think some more for the Scottish mountains.
Yeah, there's quite a lot there. Be looking lower back end there on the south, maybe 5 to 10 centimetres. But as you get into the valleys and the highland, the highest parts, could be a foot of snow over the hills. But then that really doesn't go nowhere. Maybe a bit into the southern uplands, but mostly over the highest part of Scotland by New Year's Day. I'll pass it over to you to do the facts charts and the GFS, Michael.
Okie dokie. I'll go straight on to that. Should be live with the facts chart. Simon Didi.
Yeah, you're live.
This is the latest synoptic facts charts from 6 p.m. this evening, and we've got loads of fronts sitting at the southwest and a few that's already passed through today towards the North Sea. We've got many areas of low pressure to our west. We've got one to the northwest of Scotland right now, another literally like three in a line really. So it's connecting three of low pressure systems with each other.
Just an absolute conveyor belt of laws.
Yeah. So as we're heading into tomorrow, we've got a few systems moving across southern areas. We've got another one across northern England, through to Central Ireland. We've got another one that's affecting northern Scotland. It's just going to take us to midnight for New Year's. We are indeed. So there's that weather front that Paul's just mentioning. How far north it reaches Scotland is a bit uncertain, but you should keep away from Edinburgh for the New Year celebrations till probably just after midnight. And we've just got this tail cold front, maybe giving one or two showers to East Anglia around midnight as well. And we've got this low pressure just sat to our southwest. What happens beyond that? Turns quite messy. We've got perhaps a band of showers coming through England and Wales, and across the UK really, and Ireland through New Year's Day. Is that not loud yet? Then we'll try to get a ridge moving in towards the west. Perhaps dry for some places, risk of some perhaps patchy rain across the south coast there. I think there might be a bit of uncertainty how far north that goes. It might just stay into France. Then there's that ridge moving across the UK. So it'll be drier than what we've been having recently. A few showers from northern Scotland. Some of these could be wintry. At the moment, for Tuesday, we've got another weather front coming in from the west. And with these more weather fronts and low pressure systems trying to move in. The first thing I'm going to look at is the jet stream, see what's going on with the weather with that. Let's click straight into that. So here's the jet stream, and there is pointing directly at us, which is mainly affected by the winter storm that affected USA just before Christmas, and it's really invigorated this jet stream. So what happens with the jet stream in the next few days? It's just going to be keeping pointing at us. And let's go into the proper GFS because it's slowing right down for some reason on this one. Seems like it's a lot better when I do it on here. So there's jet stream pointing straight at us. There we are. It's going through nicely. Quite powerful across the UK on New Year's Day itself. Bit of a slight dip before it fires across us again into Wednesday. And literally just for the foreseeable, really, big jet stream is firing right across the UK. Quite strong towards the central Atlantic. Even going ahead, looks like it's trying to split, but then again, it's still pointing directly at us for the foreseeable, really.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, we're just going to see continuous weather fronts coming across the UK with spells of rain and low pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the cold weather planning advice was saying. Yeah, when I read the Met Office cold weather, the planning advice that they have, had to read through that earlier, and they were saying the same, literally right through until the end of January. They're saying that there's no cold weather. It's just going to be successions upon successions of low pressures.
Yeah, we can see on the 850, we've got cold air just to our north, and obviously that mild air to the south. It's just when these low pressures come through, you might just get a bit of cold down the back edge of it before another weather system moves in.
Yeah. Just spices up the jet stream a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm the quick look at here is just whether that's catch up. You get a warm sector followed by a cold sector, followed by a warm sector, followed by a cold sector. It's just more or less your traditional, really westerly setup, really.
Yeah.
And it's just a case of how strong will the winds be.
Yeah. It's a very typical positive NAO, isn't it?
Yeah. So have a quick look, see if we need to concern with any wind gusts at this stage. We've got probably gusty through the Irish Sea, perhaps around midnight. So New Year celebrations, if you live on the Irish Sea coast, could be a bit blustery.
That'll be for Gordon then. And Chaz and all the rest of the gang.
I'll just say that even for you, actually, through.
I'm on the other side. I'm on the east, aren't I?
Through overnight.
Let's have a look. Yeah,
he was still around here.
I would think as that band moves north, it will get a bit spicy.
Yeah. Stronger winds there, maybe for parts of western areas on Tuesday. Obviously, this is subject to change with such an active jet stream. These low pressure systems could be deeper, they could be shallower.
There we go. We're in a bit of a.
So that's what we need to keep an eye on for the foreseeable, really.
Yeah, it's on.
Like a tracking weather system there.
Yeah, next Monday. A week on Monday, even.
That's another one maybe to look out for next Monday. Gale force winds across England and Wales. That's showing about 60 mile per hour gusts.
Yeah.
And there we go again. That looks a bit more potent there for Thursday the 12th. But we can't take these. We've got to take these with a pinch of salt as we know further into the future.
Yeah.
That little system that comes through.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think as it goes further out, it's just resorting to a typical winter setup, isn't it? It's just going default GFS.
Let's have a look at precipitation. What this is showing for midnight into New Year's. See where that's got the weather system. So we've got that rain coming through on tomorrow. Let's see what day of the week it is there. So it comes through the UK on Saturday afternoon. By 9 o'clock, it's over northern England. And where is it going to be sitting by midnight? Mostly over northern England. Again, similar place where the charts keep showing, really. Just about to sneak into Scotland for New Year's.
It might dampen the Hogmanay celebrations.
Yeah.
And I would say that greeny white one that went through would be snow as it's leading out.
Okay. Let's go back and have a look at the snow precipitation type.
Yeah.
Precipitation, there it is. So this is for 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So maybe some for the tops of the Pennines towards the Lake District area. There's this rain coming up from the south. Perhaps turn more to snow as it pushes into Scotland. Again, for parts of the Lake District Pennine side. By looks at the foreseeable, any snow that's forecast perhaps for the Scottish mountains or we'll say the more Scottish mountains for the foreseeable. Okay. Let's have a look at the stratosphere, because I know there's been a bit of interest recently, but if that's any change. Oh,
yeah.
I'll just rewind that back. Maybe start looking at any stratospheric warming taking place.
Mm-hmm. So that'll impact us as we go into what's February.
Yeah, so let's have a look here. So obviously we've got the polar vortex really powerful at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Look for any warming, really, that will probably start from the outside, heading towards the North Pole. Looking for perhaps any oranges that might appear, or reds. So let's see what happens. Try a bit of warming towards, is that Siberia side, towards Asia?
Yeah, over eastern Russia and northern, around the Bering Strait, somewhere like that. Yeah, there's a bit there, isn't there? And bit of a cold plunge into Northern America. Doesn't look anything too powerful.
Significant, really. So, no. Things slowing down at the minute.
Yeah.
If that's just no chart showing, or it's just my computer.
It could be.
So nothing too significant at the moment.
What about looking at
a little bit of warming, but nothing. You
if it's
can't on
possible,
the
on that one.
no,
I'm
not
gonna
on
see-
here.
I want to just quickly run over to Tropical Tidbits and see. Oops. See if I can pull up the 10
I'm
HPA.
back in the screen.
Brilliant. Forecast models. GFS. So yeah, the current where things are looking doesn't. No, it's not even showing me on here either. We're going to. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself as I go along. I know what'd be interesting, Michael. JMA. See what the JMA is saying for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
How did I know where to go? Wetter Central. Good old Wetter Central. Oh, go away. Just give me a load of German. Yeah.
Yeah.
So diagrams. Here we go, JMA. No, that's only giving me up to 84 hours away. I'll just, Oh, met check. Let's have a look here. See what they're saying. So yeah, talk among yourselves, guys. I like just try and find something that we can.
I'll just go back. What you're doing, actually, let's have a look at the latest observations.
Yeah, I was just having a look at the radar. Oh, where the heck is it?
So let's have a look. Currently, the highest temperature across the UK as of about 8:10 this evening is 13 degrees. Calais, Headcorn Aerodrome, Le Havre, Le Tourc, and Lille Airport. So it's all down the far southeast of the map. The coldest temperatures at the moment is at northwest. Benbecula, I hope I've pronounced that correctly.
Benbecula.
Castlederg, Connaught, and Stornoway, all at 3 degrees. So at the moment, we're looking around about 11 degrees at Biggin Hill, 12 degrees at Gatwick, 11 at Southampton, and St Catherine's Port on the Isle of Wight at 11. Plymouth's at 11. Liscombe's at 8. Through into Midlands, 9 degrees at Birmingham Airport. Waddington at 9. Bridlington at 9 degrees. Leeds Bradford Airport at 8. Blackpool at 10. Newcastle at 8. Then we start to hit the cooler air towards northern Scotland. Chatterhall, just on the English side of the border, at 6 degrees. Edinburgh Airport at 6. Aviemore, 4 degrees. Altnahara at 5 degrees. Kirkwall Airport at 6 degrees up in that's Shetland up there. I was mentioning 3 degrees at Stornoway. There's Belfast, 6 degrees at Belfast. Have you found what you're looking for?
I found the. I may have found the 10. Yeah, I found the 10 HPA temperatures. I've quit with the other one. Looking for the JMA. I'll do that on the next live to start the new year with. Right.
Yeah.
So let me come back to where we are.
So the highest pressure across the air at the moment is 1,003 millibars. Excuse me, which is in Le Havre. That's just across the channel.
Mhm.
The lowest pressure is at 967. That's at Kirkwall Airport. So that low pressure is moving northeastwards there. What's the weather across the UK at the minute?
Yep.
A bit of clear towards much of England and Wales. So much of England, more closer towards Wales. Have you found what you look for?
No. I found what I'm looking for. I'm just having a quick squint through it. Does actually look more promising up higher. So let me come to you. There we go. There we go. Right. So
thank you very much. Screen right now.
So yeah, this is the 10 HPA temperature, which is pretty much as high. You can go up to 1 HPA, which is like at the very top of the atmosphere, but this is like the next level down from what, the next level up from what Michael was showing you on the previous chart with the 30 HPA. So this will give us an indication if that stratospheric warming will filter down to 30 HPA and then further down the atmosphere. So this is 31st at midnight. I'll not quickly run it on, but you can see there's a little bit of warming over there towards Siberia in over here, minus 40s. Want to be looking for like minus 20s and minus 10s. So split on, as you can see, there's a little bit more warming there starting to come in across Siberia. As you can see there, minus 35s, minus 35, minus 30. This is by Friday of next week. Predicted, I'll say, could get down to minus 20. Indicative of warming. It's the start of warming there.
Yeah, it's showing a bit of warming there, doesn't it?
Yeah, so pull it on further. Doesn't really last though. And I think it gives it another go. Yep, there we go. So across. There we go. So we've got a minus 15 there. So it gives it another go the Friday after. Apparently. Whether that lasts, not really. It doesn't sustain. So there is indications for warming from the from the GFS. It's whether it can stay. I've got myself tongue-tied. Sustained.
Sustained.
That's the word. I was going there. So that's it at the end of the run on the 15th of January. And you can see there, minus 20s, minus 25s. It does bring in the odd, well, you can see there, minus 15. That was on Thursday before. You can see there, look. Let's just come back to the beginning again. So, yeah, there is indications, but it's whether this can stay and stay sustained at round about minus 20, minus 10, something like that. Ideally, we want it for 0 because then that will filter down quicker. The warmer it gets, the more quicker it will filter down. Fingers crossed. So, yeah, as you can see there, quite a marked line as well for the jet stream going around, holding that PV in place. See what it is. So, yeah, as you can see there, just to the north of us. So then it moves a little bit further south. So Thursday could be a bit colder. Who knows? But yeah, that PV is held in place. No signs of it splitting. Just wiggling away. So yeah, that's me done. I'll pass it back to you, Michael. Yeah. My stop sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's more or less it for this year, isn't it, really?
It certainly is. It's not going out with any kind of bang or anything. It's just going out as it came in.
Yeah, it's like looking like partly November again, where we just keep getting succession of weather fronts coming through. I know in the last week or two that my rain gauge is topping up quite a bit. Obviously, a quiet start to the month.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we'll leave it for today. I know this. Looking at the CET recently, that has obviously risen from the start of the month. At one point, it was about 4 degrees below average. But the last time I checked, I think it was about 1.2 degrees below average for December. So
Yeah.
December looks like it's going to be a colder CET month compared to the rest of the year, which is every single one has been above average. And December is going to be the one that's below. But that will not stop us having our warmest year on record for the United Kingdom. Obviously, all the facts and figures will come out in the first few days of 2023. And obviously, we'll post them up and talk about them on the lives after the new year. So that might be like the first Thursday of 2023.
Yeah. I'm just having a look quickly. The Hadley Central England temperature is currently at 3.1, which is an anomaly of minus 1.5, but that's provisional to yesterday. Yeah, that's the one. So
yeah, I literally must have had a look a short time ago because there's actually my first thing on here. I can't remember the website. I'm on the YouTube. I'll put it on my phone.
Yeah, so that might go up by about half a degree, I would imagine.
Yeah, I've got
so
2 more days to go. So I reckon we're probably about minus 1.2 maybe. So looking at a CET, probably have about say number 3.5 for the whole December.
Yeah, we had that cold start.
Just the rest, every single month has been above average throughout the whole year.
Indeed. So we can't forget the 42. Was it 40? Was it 40.2 degrees or something we had?
Yeah. I think if it wasn't for the strength of the wind, I reckon temperature would have got to 42 degrees. But because it was so windy, obviously it was just stopping the temperatures going a bit higher. Would you believe?
Yeah.
All right, I think we're better go now so you can get yourself ready to go to work.
Yep. Back to the meat grinder. 40.3 it was, sorry. So, yeah. Right, guys, we will see you on the other side.
Thank you all for watching throughout the 2022. And me and Paul will see you for 2023. We're hoping to get things go bigger on the page for the coming year. Get more viewers as well.
Indeed.
If there's any way we can improve it, just pop us a message.
Yep.
Either privately or on the page somewhere. We're always open to suggestions of what we can do, what we can show throughout the shows. This is not my and Paul's show. This is everyone's show. So if you need any information that we can share with you, please just let us know either in the comments below or pop us a message.
Yeah, just leave. If you're on YouTube, just leave them in the comments. If you're on Facebook, just say at Weather Fans. I think this might be just something like that. Suggestions, like Michael said, things that we can do to improve going forward into 2023. To
think this time last year was actually we're doing some on our phones recording this, but now we've got this little package that we use now to make it more smoother.
Indeed.
More professional.
Yeah, as professional as we can get it. But like I said, we're looking to improve. We are. We are open to suggestions. If you think there's better software out there that we can use, let us know. Whatever you guys want, we'll do our best.
We'll keep it simple.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
we've got to keep it simple and within our means.
Just keep it simple.
Yeah, because simplicity is the best thing. But we've got to keep it within our means as well. But thanks very much for everything that we're
not paying about £80. I'm not paying £80 a month for a software. So I think I'm paying about £25 to use this system at the moment.
Yeah, so
that's about the limit I'll go.
There's always ODB, but that's just a complete faff, that is. But right, guys, I'm going to have to shut up and leave. And thank you very much for everything that you've done in the community for 2022, guys. You've been amazing. We can't thank you enough from myself, as Michael agrees as well, and probably from Gordon as well. I'm sure he'll agree as well. We'll try and get him on at some point, actually. We'll have to drag him out of his man cave. Or drag him back into his man cave. And get him on at some point.
Better into the studio.
Yeah, and we can
Do some calibrations. The
yeah,
word, something along
calibrations.
those
Yeah,
lines.
so
The
we
word.
can have like a Q&A between the three of us. Whatever. Right, guys.
Yeah.
So
And maybe for next Christmas time, we'll have maybe like a quiz.
yeah,
If there's more than say 20, 30 people watching at a time, we'll maybe do like a Christmas quiz next year.
yeah,
We'll see what happens.
we'll see what happens.
Anyway,
But
thank you for joining us. And me and Paul will see you in 2023.
we will indeed, and it's good night from him.
And it's good night from him. Even
Take
though we've
care and
got about
happy
the
New
same
Year,
delay throughout the
guys.
whole show. Happy New Year.
Take care and happy New Year, everyone. Bye.
Happy New Year.